All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto our power, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachach Quadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and who also rule well. Peace and salutations to those of the hopeful elect. Just want to do a quick lesson. All right, going into the salvation. All right, which, concerning the Lord's chosen people, all right, the most afflicted nation on the earth, all right, which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians, all right, we're the ones that need salvation, all right, from the current state that the earth is in. All right, this current world is ran and ruled by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right. And all these other heathen nations, all right, including Esau, all right, they have built a system in which, the Israelites are continually on the bottom. Okay. We've been, they have a thing called a caste system. Okay. If you're an Israelite, all right, you're not able to, get to a certain status or a certain level, all right, within this earth, within this society. Okay. But the reason why we're at this lower state is because of spiritual reasons. Okay. First and foremost, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has placed curses upon us. All right. So if you're an Israelite, it's impossible to escape the curses. Okay. Let me actually get a quick precept. This is Deuteronomy 28:15. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." And when you continue to read in Deuteronomy 28, all right, it goes into all the curses that, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians, and Israelite foreigners are going through to this day. All right. And it goes into great detail. All right. Which is how we're able to identify that we are actually the children of Israel. OK, because just like it says in Romans, it says our spirit beareth witness that we are the children of the Most High. All right. So the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is the understanding of the scriptures, beareth witness with our spirits. All right. The so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians. And we're able to make these connections. All right. And it's proof right in front of your face that we are the children of Israel. OK, one of the curses goes into, it says, ye shall be, taken into Egypt again by ships, roughly paraphrasing. All right. And, we know that the so-called Negroes, OK, came over here in the slave ships. All right. The Israelites came over here in ships brought to Babylon. All right. And this uttermost part of the earth. OK. That didn't happen to the small hats, all right, which are imposters. OK, so, it doesn't match up. The scriptures doesn't bear witness to them being the Israelites. In fact, the scriptures bear witness to them being the devil that the Bible speaks of. OK, and they're actually in rulership. OK, let me actually get Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, so it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So in order for the curses to come upon Israel for our disobedience, all right, you know, in order for the curses to set in, all right, we would have to be brought to a lower state. And therefore, the Lord gave the earth into the hands of Esau, all right, to rule over us. And Esau is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. So with him ruling, all right, he's going to ensure that the curses are upon our people. And that's why you get, black culture. Okay. That's why, you get, Esau, Edom constantly pushing degeneracy upon our people, and our people take these things unto their own. All right. That's why our people look towards the wicked Esau and they envy the wicked. All right. And then they even take the wickedness of Esau and forward it. Okay. All right. Which is destructive to our people. All right. And when we go off, when we sin, all right, we're judged for it. And that's why our people is in a perpetual lower state. But Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, always intended for a remnant, all right, to be risen out of this lower state. Okay. And that's the elect in this time. Okay. The elect of the nation of Israel. All right. Because again, we're the only people that need salvation. Everybody else, all right, is living their life, all right, and non-hindereth. Okay. So let me get a quick precept. All right, this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 3. And I'm going to start at let me see, because this whole chapter is Yapa. All right, and it's going into the hope, of the Lord delivering us from our low estate. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to start Lamentations chapter 3. And I'm going to start at I'm going to start at 14, man. Salakia. It says, I was a derision to all my people in their song all the day. He hath filled me with bitterness. He hath made me drunken with wormwood. He hath also broken my teeth with gravel stones. He hath covered me with ashes, and thou hast removed my soul far off from peace. I forgot prosperity, and I said, my strength and my hope is perished from the Lord. Remembering my affliction and my misery, the wormwood and the gall, my soul hath them still in remembrance, and is humbled in me. This I recall to my mind, therefore I have hope. It says, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. Okay, so, really, there is divine intervention, all right, that the Lord, performed on the nation of Israel, because if the Lord really stepped back, all right, then there is no way that our people will still be in existence. All right, our nation would be extinct if it was up to Esau, Edom, and these other nations. And they even attempted to, completely do away with us. All right, but the Lord, still made a way for our people to be here. Okay, So it says, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. It says, they are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Okay. It says, the Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in him. All right. So Yahweh Shema Shai, he promised, all right, that, through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that the blessings will be upon, Jacob's seed, which Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Okay, the promise and the blessings. So that didn't change, even though the Lord, punished us severely. All right, we went through chattel slavery. Okay, we're still in captivity. We're still being afflicted. All right, but the Lord is slowly lifting the curses off of us. All right, and then the Lord is placing these curses on our enemies. All right, which is why we see, judgment starting to fall upon the earth. Okay, and Esau, Edom is starting to become more and more uncomfortable, because the Lord is raising up the nation of Israel, and it begins with the elect being raised up. All right, the first fruits that are going to rule, all right, the kingdom to come, while this kingdom is fastly being done away with. Okay, so the salvation is coming. All right, the Lord is going to come and bring the ultimate salvation, to where we're completely going to be free from the bonds of Esau, Edom. Okay, the bonds of slavery, from the bonds of sin. Okay, because it all starts with this flesh. Okay, and the flesh, not wanting to abide, all right, in the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, the laws and statutes. So the Lord, made a new covenant with us, which that new covenant will begin when Yahweh Shai returns and delivers us and put us in new bodies. Right now, we're in a grace period. So the flesh is through, and we're not justified by keeping the law. Now, until Yahweh Shai returns, we're justified by faith in Yahweh Shai, the deliverer. All right, the one that's going to redeem us. Okay. Let me get a quick precept real quick, and I'll begin to close it out. This is Jeremiah. All right, and the scriptures say, with great violence shall that great city be thrown down. So, with the Lord uprooting this current kingdom, all right, and all these nations that live deliciously, all right, off of Israel and our labor, all right, and these nations have done us wrong. The Lord is repaying these nations back for it. Okay, so with Jacob's trouble being ensued, that's going to be hell on earth. All right, and the only ones that are going to be able to survive is the elect. This is Jeremiah 30:7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So that he is speaking of the small remnant, because 2/3 of Israel are going to be casualties on this side, because they have Stockholm syndrome. All right, this current world that's extremely polluted on every level, our people want to hold tight to this world, all right, and live as if this is their kingdom. All right, but the scriptures say, arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest. For it is polluted, and it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction, roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord intends on burning America. All right, the Lord intends on, creating a new heavens and a new earth. All right, so, we should be seeking to rid ourselves from the ways of this westernized mentality, all right, and prepare ourselves for the world to come when Yahweh Shai returns. Okay. Because if your mind is still here, and when the Lord collapses America in the earth, because when America collapses, the whole global structure is going to collapse. All right. When America collapses, there's going to be turmoils everywhere. So when the Lord brings Jacob's trouble, okay, these people are going to be consumed by it. It's going to be the worst times known to mankind. All right. But the elect are going to be delivered. Those that are looking beyond this world. Verse 8, it says, "For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him." All right. So the Lord's going to, break the bonds. All right. The heavy rusted shackles. All right. The yoke that's upon our neck. All right. The Lord is going to physically deliver us, but it starts spiritually first. Okay. But, there's no way that the society can continue. Okay. That salvation, it's on its way. And, let me actually get another precept. And Yahushua, he's gonna return to crash the party on earth, man. All right. This is Mark chapter 13 and 24. It says, "But in those days, after that tribulation," speaking of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation where Esau is going to implement the MOTB. All right. And people are going to be condemned, those that receive it. All right. World War III is going to be at its peak. It says, "The sun shall be darkened and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall." Speaking of the missiles, because the CHIP has to be administered first, then the missiles come. All right. Because the missiles are a direct judgment for those that receive the MOTB. All right. So it says, "And the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds." And Yahushua, he's going to show up when the missiles get let off. So the deliverance is going to be, it's going to be like a close call. All right. The scriptures say, by the skin of thy teeth. Okay. So it says, "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory." Yeah, the so-called UFOs. Right? Yahushua being on the fathership. "And then shall he send his angels and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven." All right. And that's the great salvation, the great deliverance. Okay. So, that's coming. It's on its way. All right. And that's what we look towards. Abba Ratazah, we part of that number. When Yahushua comes on the earth, he finds his elect faithful and with their eyes single upon Yahweh Shema Shai and being delivered. Okay. Because this current world is damned. Okay. So Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. I want to say, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai by Shemar Chakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and who also were well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and Abba Babal.